Welcome back to SSG. I know it's been a really long time since I posted a video. We're gonna do Crash Bandicoot Warped instead of starting a Crash Bandicoot. Let's go. This is the fourth time I have started recording the same shit. And to prevent me from ripping my socks off and tickling myself, I have to be honest with you. This is a lot of trial and error here. Yeah, I'm not too happy with myself. The first time, people rang the doorbell, and the second time, I ran into technical issues. Bullshit. I don't want to talk about it anymore. So what I'm going to say is that everyone else has been playing 1, 2, 3. What I'm going to do is play 3 to 1. Basically, the first one is really hard. Here's some premise. I'll shut the fuck up. My body. I will be honest, they've made this game a lot more flowy and cartoony like. Shit. I will always prefer the original Crash Bandicoot. I will always prefer it. But this is runner-up for it. It would probably make a really good video if I went and played the classics and then played the new one. But that's a lot. So I'll just play the current one that you guys will be familiar with, and that everyone else has seemed to be posting videos about. Also, I actually can't do the third one because I don't have a video capturing card. I'm not going to talk about that. Anyway. So, Nathan Drake is on the portrait. For those of you who don't know, it's right there by the flower pot. Buy the nice jet board for the water levels in the second one. Naughty Dog made a great game, a great platformer. They didn't make this one, but they made the original one. They made a great platformer, but this game was supposedly made for children. How the fuck is a 5-year-old gonna beat some of these levels? I really want to know that. I want to know how the fuck kids can beat Stormy Ascent or any of the bridge levels on the first fucking level. I love Crash, but the first game from the first 5 levels on up made me want to, what's the best way I can describe this? Wanted me to slowly dip my feet in acid while witnessing my whole family murdered. That is basically what the first game wanted me to do. And I tried my best. I thought I was a really damn good Crash Bandicoot gamer player guy. Also, I'm switching over to Coco. I'm going to do the whole entire game with Coco instead of Crash. Crash is a great fucking guy. Look at him. Look at how handsome he is. He probably gets chicks and dicks. But we're going to switch over to Coco because she does not have the spotlight that she deserves. Her levels are fucking fantastic, by the way. Like the tiger level and the airplane levels are a little better functioning now, but anyway, first level, here we go. Tiny's world. It's a lot more flowy. I love it. I'm sorry. I should really try to brighten up because, my attitude seems to be very, cock munching ish. Like I said, You can't blame me though. I started the same video 3 times. All I want to do is make videos for you guys, and I can't even do that because I keep fucking up. So what I'm gonna say is that no fucking up, no dying. Although you guys probably really would like to see me dying. Because dying brings out the best in everyone, doesn't it? It makes you want to rage. It makes you want to dip your feet in acid. It makes you want to slaughter your whole family. Not really, because actually I might get a lawsuit for that. But the funny thing is, a lot of the things that that Naughty Dog couldn't put in here, or that were like glitches in the original game, they kept in the game. So, which I thought that was a nice tribute to Naughty Dog. And I was actually watching the credits, and oh, there's a skull on the back of that frog. But ow, shit. So which was a nice tribute to Naughty Dog, and I was hoping at the end of the credits that they would show like a tribute, like a thanks to Naughty Dog or something like that for with the idea of the game, because this is a beloved game by, I'd like to say, thousands. This game was huge back in the 90s, and I can't say that I like, this is my favorite game of all time. There's no game there, like, yeah, there's new games that come out. I'm like, oh yeah, I really like this game. But like, the games that have come out on this new generation have been nothing but remakes. And she's floating again. But like, the majority of the games that have come out have been remakes. And haven't you guys found it weird that we will continue to buy the same game that we've already beaten on the PS3 or like PS2? I know I'm fucking up big time. I threw up in my mouth a little bit. I just figure like remakes are cool. Like, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't make sense that they charge them the same price that for some games they were when they first released. It, like, for some of the 10-year-old game. Like, what more could you like this? Like, okay, Crash Bandicoot, n.sane trilogy, for example, 3 games. This is a 20-year-old game that has been remastered and remade and made from the ground up. So it's not like it was a copy and paste like some games, Call of Duty. But I will say that 3 games for $40, in the amount of time that you would spend beating the entire, like, or 1 to 3, I'd say is maybe about, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but a 10-hour game, if that. And I'm not complaining, because I really do enjoy. Forgot to switch back to Crash. I really do enjoy playing Crash Bandicoot. Like I said, like, this is the game that I've been playing nonstop since it came out. But I think $40 is an appropriate price. But for games like, oh, I don't know, Black Ops 3, or what games have they remastered? Like, okay, so The Last of Us. Last of Us, fantastic game, one of the best games. But I think the remastered version was around the same price when it came out. I could be wrong. Regardless of the price, let's not focus on the price and, like, you know, and whatnot. Let's focus on, like, the fact that they're remasters after remasters after remasters. Remasters are cool. They are the same games that we have grown to adore and we love and we like playing them. That's fine. But ultimately, ever since the PS4 and Xbox One have come out, we've had nothing but remasters. We've had occasionally, like, good games like Bloodborne and I can't think of them off the top of my head, but you guys know we've had some really cool games, and I think those are cool. But the majority of games have been remasters, and I think it's because the more advanced we get with with the video games, and I mean, by we I mean the developers, and I think the more advanced we get with trying to make the graphics look good and improve storyline, replay value, and gameplay, I think that the longer it takes to make the games, and we're trying to make them into a AAA game. So with that being said, it makes making games take a lot longer than it used to. I remember that there were way more iterations of games back in the PS2 era. And I'm not just talking about PS2, Xbox, the original Xbox, GameCube. There were way more iterations of games. And I think because the more advanced we've gotten, the less games we've actually seen with newer ideas rather than remakes. Remakes are easier to make because the idea is already developed. So, and like the concept's already developed. All you really have to do is revamp the game, which I'm not saying is easy because I can't do it, but you have to revamp the game to make it look better on the consoles and to function slightly better. And I'm just gonna say that I think personally I would much rather them spend time on making and on developing a better game, but I also want to not spend an unreasonable amount of money for a game that I had already bought in the past that I'm buying again. And I'm sure people have brought up this point before, and I'm assuming that I'm not the only one to bring up this or anything like that. But it seems like every time I think about it, or every time I have conversations about something, like there's always a new video showing a game that's being remastered, which is fine, but at the same time is really showing where the industry of gaming is coming. Like it's the games aren't changing or producing as much as they used to be. And don't even get me started on, I'm sure if Coco was a tranny, she would rape the shit out of that tiger. Look how frantically it's hopping. It wants to be fucked. But I think like overall, like this game is an exception in my book. But then again, if I include this game as an exception, then I have to do it for all of them that have been remasters. But like this is a little different. Like this is remade from the ground up and improved dramatically. Because the last time we saw like decent Crash game, let's not mention the shittier ones, Crash to Insanity. Actually, I kind of like that one actually. But we haven't really seen much of a Father Mucker. I'm going in this hole. Can I just drop? There we go. I'm trying to fucking die. I can't. I have this OCD with getting boxes that I have to. Anyway, I have this obsession, rather I say, that of getting all the boxes. So it'll probably make it a little interesting to watch, but like I said, because I've watched it and because I've given myself, like I wanted to play this game for the immersion. Motherfucker! I won every box, not just how many boxes were this? Not just 52. I won all or 50. I really can't do math. Not 49, not 50. I won all of them. That could have ended badly. Alright. I will take it seriously. I won't stop dying because like I said, I want to play all three for you guys, and I want to get past all of them in a reasonable amount of time. So that way I can produce more videos for you rather than spending the same amount of time on one level, because these levels are pretty straightforward. Seeing me play the same level for multiple episodes is probably not enjoyable. The one thing that I do think that they could have kept the same was in the original game. They like when you jump into the portal, like if you jump to it, you don't okay. I just jumped. She doesn't get taken. In the original, like if you jump, you'll get sucked into the portal without walking up to it and then blah 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 bullshit. By all means, by all means, I'm not saying that this game is terrible or they didn't do a good job. I think they did an amazing job with it. Now you can't regardless of all the the bugs and like the challenges that they had to face when creating this game in the first place. I don't think that oh fuck it, I'm losing my train of thought. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys next on the next episode. See you guys next time on SSG. Coco, get off your phone. We have shit to do. We have shit to do.